Hi, this is Karen Layler of Agape Transformation Practice. I am a licensed professional counselor and I work with business and executive women, helping them to stand in their personal power and get their heart's desires. Today I'm going to be talking to you about self-care. It's a topic that's near and dear to my heart. I think that it's super important, and I'm always focused a lot of times on self-care and ensuring that I'm taking good care of myself. Now, many times when we talk about self-care, we're talking about or we're thinking about the external self-care, where we're taking care of our hair and our nails, and manicure, pedicure, going to the spa to get a massage, eating healthier, that sort of thing. And that self-care is fine. That's great. Today I'm going to be talking to you about self-care that includes our hearts and our minds and our emotions, really taking care of those things. And so I'm going to give you 3 ways that I think we can be more mindful and intentional about doing internal self-care. The first way is to be in touch with our thoughts and our emotions, right? What's really going on with us. And sometimes that could be pretty difficult, particularly for us as women, because we have so many things going on. And we are often pushing through these things. We're very much givers, and we're doing so much that a lot of times we are just disconnected from our emotions, even though we are emotional. We're disconnected from our emotions because we just have to kind of push through one thing after the other. We have to push through. We have to make it happen, those sorts of things. And so when we're asked, how are we doing or what's going on, it's easy for us to quickly say everything is fine, not really recognizing that we're exhausted. And we may know it in our bodies, but we may not register. It may not register. We know it in our heads and we know it in our bodies, but it doesn't really register with us where we really get it, that we are exhausted and that we need to take time for ourselves in one way or another. We need to get more rest. We need to exercise. We need to do those things to take better care of ourselves. So the first thing I would say is being in touch with what's really going on with us emotionally. Where are we emotionally? Because that will be a good indicator of identifying what it is we need so that we can be in a better space. And a lot of times we have an idea of what we need, but we just totally disregard it. So that goes back to just not being in touch, right? Not listening to ourselves and not taking heed to the powerful voice that's inside of us that helps to direct us and keep us safe and have us do well. So that's the first thing, right? Being aware of what's going on, being in touch with our emotions and what's really going on with us in the moment. The second thing is setting clear boundaries. How many of us have a difficult time saying no? How many of us have a difficult time or struggle with people pleasing? How many of us just like our value is tied to what it is that we do, whether we're serving in an organization, being the president, whether we are working in the church, helping, whether we're doing volunteer work, whatever it is we're doing, our identity can sometimes be tied to the things that we do versus who we really are, right? And so the idea of setting clear boundaries is super important. And the reason for that is because when we don't set clear boundaries for ourselves, we are clearly not taking care of ourselves. We're putting everyone else first and everything else first, and we're not taking care of ourselves. It feels like there's a cobweb on me. Just not taking care of ourselves. When we say yes to an activity or event or a task that we know we don't need to do because we have so many other things that are going, or when we're in relationships and we say yes to doing something that we really don't want to do, but we think that it'll be better for our partner if we do this, and we're not really happy with it, but we kind of push through it because we want to please our partner, and as a result kind of be miserable within ourselves. and get angry when our self-sacrificing is not returned. So setting clear boundaries is super important in order for us to really be able to reclaim our voice and know that we can take care of ourselves. We can put ourselves first, and it will be good if we do, because we'll be a healthy, happier person. And you know what they say? Happy mom or happy wife, happy life, right? So when we're okay, the household is okay. When we're not okay, everything else kind of settles at where we are. So the third thing I would say is learn to love yourself. Now, we hear this a lot of times. Learn to love yourself. Learn to love yourself. What does that mean? Essentially, learning to love yourself is all about putting yourself first. It's all about taking care of your emotional well-being. It's about you taking time out to take care of yourself. It is about you saying no and just being with yourself. It's about you refueling yourself emotionally and energetically, just doing the things that you love that will refuel you so that you can be the best you that you can be, right? It's being selfish, and there's a negative connotation to the idea of us being selfish, but sometimes, I should say many times, being selfish is good. And so take care of yourself, love yourself, do what you need to do so that you're okay, because once you're okay, you're able to give, and everyone else is able to be even more okay, because we're always giving of ourselves. And we have to be energized, we have to be refueled, we have to be good in order, like good emotionally and physically good, so that we can do the work that we do for others. I have a community forum that's coming up in 2 weeks. I think it's the third Thursday in July. I don't remember exactly, but it is for the woman who is exhausted in life, just overwhelmed, has a lot going on, and has a difficult time taking care of themselves, have a difficult time refueling, and somehow feel stuck in the cycle and the rut of where they are, of just not operating at full capacity. So it's called the Relax, Relate, Release for women, and it's where women will have the opportunity to talk about the things that are preventing them from taking care of themselves, from being their best selves. We'll do a variety of exercises that'll kind of help to center us and to get connected with our emotions and our thoughts, and just like what ground us, so that we can really be in touch with what's going on, as well as shift the mindsets that we have that are blocking us from being able to take what it is that we need, the time, and to decrease the chaos in our lives, right? So it's called my Let It Out series, and it is the Relax, Relate, Release for women, and it's the third Thursday in July. So not this week, but the following week, the Thursday. If you want to know more about that, or learn more about the events that are happening at Agape Transformation Practice, please go to my website, www.lovetransforming.com, and go to the events page, where you'll find all the things that we're doing in the community and the various events that we're having. I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to you being a more relaxed woman who is really embracing her personal power and living a life of peace and joy and fulfillment, where you're getting your heart's desire. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Carrie and Layla of Agape Transformation Practice. Talk to you later.